In the final days of the Olympic Games, all eyes are glued to the track where the fastest and strongest athletes in the world, they're all aiming for gold. Today, drama surrounding the 4x100-meter races as both the men's and women's teams from the United States favorites to win the gold in those races. We begin with the women's race when the baton finally reached the final leg and was passed to Sha'Carri Richardson. The U.S. was in fourth place, but Richardson turned on that world-class speed and cruised past the competition. She carried the United States to gold. So, how would the men follow that up? Well, with more disappointment in the event. They botched the first exchange of the race with the baton, finished in seventh, but ultimately they were disqualified. The U.S., believe it or not, have not medaled in that event since a silver in Athens in 2004. Well, former Utah State track star Sherry Hawkins was fighting back the emotion after she finished competing in the women's heptathlon event on Friday. Shortly after, she wasn't able to log a successful jump in the high jump during the competition, which really hurt her chances in that event. She did take the time, though, shortly after to reflect a bit about her journey here to the Olympic Games.
I actually was reflecting before the 800 about all of the trials that I've gone through over my career and how it's interesting how they have all led up to me being able to handle the emotion and the distraught while also trying to be present and be at the Olympics and not let this experience go by.
How does it feel to just have been an Olympian? I mean, not many people ever get to say that.
Yeah, it wasn't something I ever thought I was going to be able to say. It was always a hope. And when it became something that was a reality, it honestly shocked me at the beginning. And being able to say that I'm an Olympian is forever. So I'm just trying to really keep that in my heart and let it light me up as much as possible.
Yeah, she has a lot to be proud of. We in Utah are very proud of her as well. The University of Utah All-American diver Amelia Nilsson-Garup completed competition at the Olympics in the 3-meter springboard finals on Friday. She was competing for Sweden. She finished with a 279.4 score and finished 9th out of 12 divers. The United States women's basketball team was playing against Australia in the semifinals today. Brianna Stewart led the way with 16 points and 6 rebounds. Jackie Young had 14 points on 6 of 8 shooting, and the U.S. won the game 85-64. Team USA has now won 60 consecutive games in the Olympics. They will face France in the finals, going for an 8th straight gold medal. And if that sounds familiar, that's because the men's team will also be facing France for gold here in Paris. And, of course, we'll be following that closely as well as now we're getting closer and closer to those closing ceremonies on Sunday, guys.
Oh, darn, we hate to see them go.
We're going to miss these sunrises at 10.